Alright, you guys, it's almost Halloween, so this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to keep on dressing up every time I go on YouTube until October is over with. As you can tell, I am Freddy Krueger. It's kind of, this shit stunk like a motherfucker when I put this on. Oh man, did it stink. And what you had to do too, wait a minute, let me show you the stuff that I used. It's the 3D gel. Oh man, this stuff stinks. And it's so damn hard to put that stuff on too, because what it does, it drips constantly. So I had a hell of a hard time like putting it right by my eyebrows. And some of it got on there. It's like, oh man, and you had to fucking peel that shit right off, and you had to also boil that shit in water. You might as well just burn yourself actually, so you can get a better look of it. Mine is not so good at all. In fact, my face is so damn shiny as hell. But at least I tried. And what I plan on doing, like I said, is I'm going to keep on turning into other things and different types of costumes. This is not going to be a constant one right here. I don't want to do this one no more. Ugh, this shit stunk. But anyway, in the matter, I'm going to be doing my ps1 games. I'll probably be doing like a 3-parter on this one right here. So let us begin. If I can just grab onto it. Damn. Alright, first game I got. Mortal Kombat 4. An alright fighting game. Not one of the best ones of Mortal Kombat. This one, however, does not have Shang Tsung or Shao Kahn in it. This one has the new villain by the name of Shinnok and another main villain, Quan Chi, in this game. Pretty much you can go any way of the pattern. It's not no straightforward fighting game. You can go either up, down, diagonally. And some of the moves in this game are so kind of awkward at times. This game, this Mortal Kombat game, it's not bad to play, but it's not one of my favorite ones like Part 1 or Part 2. I think it's a lot better than Part 3, though, because all that combo bullshit that the computer would cheat on you, though. But I also liked the movies and all that. When you beat one of the characters, you get like a little movie demo to see what happens to him. I liked that right there. But this game is not all that back, and also Goro's back in this game right here. So the main villain, though, I found him to be alright. He just pretty much steals your powers like a Shang Tsung type of thing, but he doesn't turn into the character. He just steals their powers. But all in all, this game's pretty alright. It is Mortal Kombat 4. God, this thing's driving me nuts. Alright, another game right here. It is one of my favorite ones. It is Medieval. Pretty much the story of the game is that the skeleton by the name of Sir Daniel Fortescue has to stop this sorcerer once again. Now, before he died, he was actually the first one that was killed by an arrow into his eye. So it's kind of ironic, because he was the commander who was planning all this to get the sorcerer or the warlock or whatever. And he was the first one to die in the battlefield. And what happens is that the sorcerer resurrects all the living dead, and he is one of the included. Now he has to stop the sorcerer once again right here. The graphics were alright in this game, and one of my main favorite villains in this game was like the not the chandelier, but the stained glass window monster. You can see right here. But it was a pretty interesting game. You get different types of weapons. The bad guys, I mean the main villains and other ones, they're alright. It's a pretty long game too, and every time you get more souls, if you get 100% on the, I think the Grail or something like that, you actually get a better ability or more life right here. But I suggest that you guys pick up Medieval. It's a pretty good game. Oh, man. Okay, next game right here. The one game where it has significantly about really bad acting. The look of the game was alright for its time, not anymore, but it's still an alright game. I consider this a lot better than Resident Evil 0 right here. It is Resident Evil Director's Cut right here. Now, the reason why I like this game more than the Resident Evil 0 that I previously reviewed is that the whole thing from Resident Evil 0 is that you had to drop the items on the floor instead of putting them in the box. This one you can actually put in the box, and also this game is known for its bad acting, which I kind of liked because it's kind of gives you a nostalgia feel to it. Like when they're talking, they always talk like this, so you know when they're talking, I don't know what's going on here. I don't even know where I'm at. Or that, the whole master of picking locks, stupid ass line right there. What's this? Blood? This game is basically known for its bad acting right here, especially that one beginning of the cutscene where that really horrendously bad acting of the black and white video footage on this. But the game is still pretty good, though. I mean, even for its time, since it was made in, 96, 97? I believe this ain't the original one right here. The original one had, like, a big-ass box to it. A big-ass box, but it also had, I think, Chris Fairfield on it, showing him kind of, like, decaying in a way. But this game is not that bad. If you like to have a classic game, has really bad acting, I suggest that you pick up Resident Evil. It's not that bad of a game. You just gotta go sit through the bad acting. Alright, one of my other favorite Resident Evil games, it is Resident Evil 2. Now, once again, now to give you a little bit more of a story of the whole Umbrella Corporation, a little bit more than Resident Evil 1 right here. And you get, like, new types of villains right here. Instead of zombies, you get, like, these, I think they're called lickers. And that has to do with a story with the G virus and the T virus as well. You can play as two characters, Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield. Yeah, Claire Redfield. This game is pretty bloody, too. This game was really bloody, and I liked that right there. You actually get into the city and all that. A lot better, improved upgrade than the very first one right here. It still has really bad acting, and they're still doing this when they're talking, and you moving their arms around so you know which one's talking. But all in all, this game's still pretty good. It is Resident Evil 2 right here. Alright. A game I really didn't care for, but then did kind of like. The reason why I did not really care for this game was the main villain. He just bugged the fuck right out of me every time I had to go through it. It is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis right here. Now, in this game, you're playing as Jill Valentine, who was also in Resident Evil 1. And pretty much in the premise of this game is that you have to avoid this character by the name of Nemesis, who's killing all the STARS members, and I believe the Bravo team as well. This stuff's starting to itch. But that was the main problem for me for this game, because he kept on popping up, just pissing me off, wasting all my ammo. It's just like the Resident Evil 2, but it's a little bit more in depth with more of the city than what Resident Evil 2 was. But it wasn't that bad of a game. The only thing, like I said, the only thing that drove me nuts was Nemesis always chasing your ass. And every time you beat him, he'd be coming back at you again. Oh, man, this sucks. But I liked at the very end, though, where you had to face him when he's like this big-ass, drooling-ass monster. That was pretty cool right there. And there's always the detonation sequence. I noticed that in all the Resident Evil games. You gotta hurry up and get the hell out of there within, 5 minutes? Or else you're gonna die. Every Resident Evil game's like that right there. But it's not that bad of a game. It is Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Well, that's it for now. I will be changing it to something else when I make another video. Please make some comments, subscribe, and I shall never quit gaming.